Yeah, so this is Sensei back with another video. Make sure you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I just really want to touch on a quick base on the Saturn Moon Matrix. Right now, we're basically experiencing, the Matrix. We're living in a Matrix. And how this works is these government officials or these elites or the Illuminati or the royal bloodline, whatever you want to call them, or the Dracos or the reptilians, these or the archons, or these are basically the beings that are using this low vibration frequency to project the matrix, and they're using Saturn to do this. Saturn is basically a super computer. It's the matrix that's being projected on Earth. And how does this work is you can research this and hit up David Icke. You feel me? David Icke touched base on this. My boy RFG Chosen One touched base on this, and my dog Little Islands touched base on this, and it goes in deep detail. They go in deep detail in explaining how the Saturn Moon Matrix or the Saturn frequency that's being projected on Earth is the matrix that we live in. The Saturn frequency that's being projected on Earth is the matrix that we live in. And how do these people do this? The Dracos, the reptilians, the archons, how do they do this? They basically know that right now there's a hexagon on Saturn, and that hexagon basically forms a cube, and that cube is a black cube, and basically they use the frequency of that black cube, or that frequency that's being permitted off that vortex that's in, or that source of energy that's being permitted off of Saturn. The moon is basically used as a satellite dish that projects the frequency that's being permitted off of Saturn onto Earth. And the way these elites do it is that they make you believe all this fantasy stories, about vampires and motherfucking Cyclops and Zeus and Kronos and all this shit. They make it seem like, oh, those are myths, or those are not theories, but motherfucking conspiracies or conspiracy theories, either way. But the fact of the matter is, these are actually energies that they harness into a way or a being that they can project that in their everyday life. For example, right now in CERN, Switzerland, they have this machine called the Large Hadron Collider, and it's basically what it does. It's trying to these scientists, they're trying to open up a portal, because the machine, what it does is it breaks down atoms and spin them to the speed of light and smash them together. And basically what happens is it opens up a vortex or a portal or some type of slit in the universe where they can either interact with different deities or angelic beings, or any type of supernatural being, because they subliminally show this in the movie or series called Stranger Things, how the Nazis basically have this machine that they were using to split reality, to open a gateway to let these demons in so they can supposedly stay here and interact with them. But what in reality, what the elites are trying to do, or the government official are trying to do. They're trying to actually open that gateway or that portal or that door to basically control or weaponize any deity that comes, or any form of supernatural being that comes across that vortex. And the fact of the matter is, it's just all really the fact that they're harnessing a low vibration frequency that's being permitted off of Saturn. And that alone, not that alone, but the concept of you just thinking that, you know, you're gonna live life to the fullest, you know, everything is all good, there's nothing going on in the world, you know, there's conspiracies or just conspiracies, you know, people go missing all the time, you know, you're just that person that's blind to the fact, or just ignorant to the fact that you don't want to face anything that has to do with reality, or that seems too far-fetched, you know, because right now, when they project, like they made the movie The Matrix and really in detail subliminally broke this shit down to you. They basically told you that you're a battery of an AI, artificial intelligence, that's being that harness your energy, you know, that you're that where people are not born anymore, but they're grown, you know, because you're food to the AI computer, because they need you to be asleep in this false reality to make you believe that everything is all good, that you don't ever have to question anything, you know. So you live in that matrix, you live in that construct that they build for you. So and you live in that American dream, because you have to be asleep to be dreaming, you know. And I'm awake, you know, and a lot of people right now, they're awake, and we don't have no time to be living the American dream. So what a lot of people got to do is just understand that the concept of what they're doing, projecting the Saturn Moon Matrix, or the Saturn Moon frequency, low vibration frequency, and harnessing it on Earth, so they can not only keep you in a matrix, but open a door to a world, or to a part of a world or a dimension that they can open to let these beings come through. And they're gonna somehow use AI technology to control these beings. Hence the fact where artificial intelligence come from. So now you gotta now see that where this falls in reality is that scientists right now in CERN, Switzerland, is already trying to open that door. And that door is basically Pandora's box. We already know once you open it, you can't put back, you know, what's coming out of it. And it's like this is also symbolic to giving these people the key to the bottomless abyss, you know, the key to the abyss, because now once they have that key to unlock the door to let these demons or these beings through, they're not only gonna find the people with the lowest vibration frequency to feed off of, you know, they're going to try to overthrow or overtake, you know, the whole world, because that's their agenda, or basically mainly target out the Pacific type of carbon based or melanated based beings that's on here, you know, like us, like for me, you know, because they know that our blood is basically, you know, very rare, and we have a way of connecting to the universe and the cosmos, into unlocking our full potential, into not only changing our molecular structure, but our DNAs, and unlocking the full potential of our third eye, you know. And they're these elite beings, or these elite Freemason people that's in rulership today know this. They hate the fact that you are out there and you can survive in the sun and they can't, because they know if they go out in the sun they're gonna burn, because they, hence the fact where they come up with the vampires. You know how when they go out in the sun they get burned or they can't stay out in the sun. The fact of the matter is, Caucasians right now, they can't go out in the sun. Not only that they get burned, but they get cancers and even tumors, develop tumors and cancer from being in the sun. So that shows that they're not a genetic structure or a genetic form of nature, you know. So they can't live, you know, in this you know, this plane that we live in. And we're about to come into a different plane shift, which is basically not only a pole shift but a paradigm shift where everything is just going to be amplified, and they know they have a short period of time. Hence the fact why they put that in the Bible, saying that the devil has but a short period of time. And also, aka, they call the white man the devil because they know that they have but a short period of time. But the fact of the matter is, nowadays we gotta keep in mind that, you know, their whole agenda is out on the black race, you know, because they know what is like the basic mean of you being you, because you don't know, because you've been destroyed of your knowledge. You don't know anything. Everybody right now that think they know a little bit of history about their background and where they come from, but I'm talking about like really what you're made up of, what you're capable of, what's in your DNA, you know, what's making you connect to the universe. This is what they're hiding. So they're gonna tell you that you don't need to research anything that goes beyond, you know, Christ, or anything that goes beyond unlocking your third eye, you know, because they already show you that, oh, the third eye, they made you afraid of the third eye by symbolically showing that the eye of Horus is, you know, so bad to the point where you shouldn't be, you know, near it. But the fact of the matter is, they'll lie about your background, or they'll demonize your background, so you won't be at the full conscious state of understanding who you are. So you will be dumbed down to the point where you can't realize what your, you know, true reason of being on the earth, your true reason of being on the earth. So going back to the Saturn Moon Matrix, this is why they're projecting this energy, so they can keep you in this false reality, to keep you thinking that, you know, this is all good, it ain't nothing gonna happen, you can live, you die, you know, Jesus is coming back, he's gonna save you, everyone can be saved, you know, black or white, da-da-da-da-da. What's really happening is that there's a paradigm shift, which is going to happen because the planet Nibiru is about to come in orbit, or actually already is in orbit, but is about to be in our atmosphere to the point where it's visible to the eye. And not only that, it's going to be cleansing the earth, because once it gets close enough, it's going to be it's already on fire. It's going to be heating up the core and the surface of the earth to the point where it's going to be vaporizing or getting rid of any unnatural organism that isn't a genetic form of nature, you know, or genetic structure of nature. So they're going to build, you know, or going to continue to build more underground bunkers. They're going to build a space station, you know, which they're trying to fight against the all supreme people that brought this all into existence, you know, into giving you guys the freedom of understanding who you really are. So they're going to fight against your ancestors so you can continue to be in this false Saturn Moon Matrix. So people really got to wake up. This is not a joke. The whole point is to show you that you're in this moon matrix and you have to be aware of who you are, because they have an agenda out to, you know, keep you asleep, keep you living this American dream. And they already subliminally showed you guys in multiple movies how they treat black people, how black people ain't really nothing, how, you know, it's better that you just keep being asleep than to actually rise up and become the full melanated being that you need to be, or a carbon-based being that you need to be. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this live by saying that's all.